Dear students, I would like to congratulate you all on getting your Canada student visa successfully. It would have not been possible without your efforts, your parents' support, and proper guidance from FutureLink's team. So it's a win-win situation for all of us. Until now, the journey was together, but as you depart for Canada, the rest of the journey you have to continue on your own. Do not forget that you are traveling to Canada to complete your higher studies. Canada is a very welcoming country. It is a country formed by immigrants and for immigrants. So rest assured you all will settle in Canada, but only if you complete your studies successfully. Also, studies are important to get a good decent job in Canada, as preference is given to those who have Canadian educational credentials. I hope you all know that FutureLink consultants have a presence in Canada too. Our corporate office is located in Toronto, Ontario. We understand not everyone will be traveling to Toronto, but I can assure you all that if you face any difficulties anywhere in Canada, the FutureLink Canada team will always be there to help you out. So I would request you all to get in touch with us as soon as you land in Canada. Here is the pre-departure checklist for you all. Make sure you carry all these important things in your carry-on hand baggage. These are the essential documents. These documents you must carry with you all the time until you have completed your immigration in Canada. As many of you are having this first international travel, so we would recommend you to take note of the following tips. Here are some packing tips that will be very helpful to you all. You must keep the list of the items handy that you packed in each bag, as you will be required to fill out the separate declaration form upon arrival if in case your baggage is lost. There are some items that are not allowed in carry-on and checked-in luggage. Make sure you don't carry them. You are allowed to carry some cash with you. It is recommended to carry at least $1,500 cash with you, as your GIC will not be available to you up to a few days after you land in Canada and until your GIC account is activated. In this particular slide, you will find the details about the different types of clothing required in Canada for different seasons. I would highly recommend carrying a few required clothes only for the season in which you are traveling. For the rest of the year time, you can buy clothes in Canada. International brands clothing is actually cheaper in Canada compared to India. So try not to buy too many clothes from India for Canada. If you are on a medication and taking medication regularly, then make sure you carry enough medication with you along with the doctor's prescription. You cannot buy prescribed medication in Canada without a valid prescription. Regarding credit card, I would suggest applying for a credit card when you reach Canada. No need to carry from India. If you want, you can, and you will be able to use it, but still, it would be better if you have a Canadian card. Those who have GIC with ICICI Bank will receive their credit card within 2 weeks at their Canada address, once you will activate your GIC account. ICICI Bank has now officially tied up with RBC Bank in Canada. RBC is a 158 years old bank in Canada, having branches and ATM across Canada. Regarding phone SIM card, we are providing free of cost to all our students, and if you have not received one, then kindly reach out to our Allied Services Department or to your counselor to get one for yourself. If you already have the phone device that you wish to use in Canada, then you can carry it with you. Otherwise, don't buy a new device in India, as it will be cheaper to buy in Canada under a plan. In flight, before landing, you will receive the customs declaration form. Make sure to fill in correctly and sign it. Here are the specimen of the form on the screen. One form you will need to fill in India and another when you arrive in Canada. It is highly recommended to get your medical insurance done in India before your departure. The insurance that is provided to you by the Canadian institutions is only valid for the period of your studies and not for the period before or after your studies. 24 hours hospitalization can cost you anything between 1000 to 2000 Canadian dollars or maybe more. So it's highly risky not to have insurance coverage even for a single day. Apart from medical insurance, there are other additional coverages in the insurance that we are recommending you to buy. Here are the details that you can go through. If you want to buy this insurance, then reach out to the FLC's Allied Services team. I would suggest to avoid outside food, junk food from at least 1 week prior to your departure. Take enough sleep before your journey starts and enough resting as soon as you land in Canada. Avoid alcohol completely during the journey. You're going to face the CBSA officer during immigration in Canada, and a few questions related to your studies may be asked. So it is important that you are in a complete state of mind when you arrive in Canada. Here you can see the list of monthly expenses in Canadian dollars for international students. List of different modes of transportation that are used in Canada. If you have any questions, you can ask. Some of the cultural differences you can see on the screen. You can drink tap water in Canada. It is completely safe. I would suggest everyone to avoid taking night shifts. It can be risky sometimes. I have personally come across many international students who have been attacked during night shifts and after they leave their workplace. So it is recommended to avoid it. Beware of telephonic, email, mail, and publication scams in Canada. Don't get panicked if you receive a call stating that they are Canadian government authorities or the visa officer asking you to transfer some amount of fees, charges, bail amount, or any other reason. You can simply hang up such calls and block the number. A visa officer or government authority will never threaten you on call to transfer the payments. You can also call us if you have any doubts. But again, do not transfer the money at any cost. On the screen, you can see a few tips to protect yourself from scams. You can also block the caller if you are receiving calls continuously to transfer the money. As you all know that if you study 1 year in Canada, then you are eligible for 1 year post-study work permit. And if you study for 2 years or more, then you are eligible for up to 3 years of work permit. We would suggest to process your post-study work permit application through our Canada office team only, as sometimes students make errors when they submit their application directly and then their application is denied. Later, when they approach us, it becomes difficult for us too to get them the work permit if the required time frame to apply post-study work permit is over. So do not take a chance and leave it to us, and we will make sure that you receive your work permit successfully. If you are married or if you get married during your temporary stay in Canada as a student or PSWP holder, you can bring your spouse to Canada on an open work permit. Spouse of the full-time student or PSWP holder is allowed to work full-time in Canada. For more details, you can reach out to us and we will guide you. After you receive your permanent residency, your spouse PR application can also be processed through the FutureLink team. Parents visitor visa is almost 100% successful if proper documentation is provided. We would recommend inviting your parents during your graduation ceremony. Most students apply under Canadian Experience class for their immigration. It is also called CEC. You can also apply under PNP program, which is Provincial Nominee Program, or under FSW, which is a Federal Skilled Worker Program. We will do your assessment for the immigration free of cost, and we will guide you and suggest you under which program you should apply for your immigration. Following services are offered by FutureLink Canada office and can be availed through FutureLink Toronto office team. So feel free to reach out to us if you need any of these services while you are in Canada. We are hiring our own FutureLink students in Canada under the campus ambassador position. If you are interested, then kindly drop your resume at jobs@futurelinkconsultants.com. Once we have your resume and all the information, we will contact you, and if any further information and details are required, we will let you know. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant for the last 11 years now. For your all immigration services such as student visa, visitor visa, spouse visa, or for your PR application, only an immigration consultant registered with CICC, that is College of Immigration Citizenship Consultants, or an immigration lawyer can represent you. Any consultant who is not registered with CICC is considered a ghost consultant. It is highly recommended not to take any services through a ghost consultant, as your visa can be rejected and sometimes you may be banned up to 5 years period. All the best to all the students, and I hope to see everyone in Canada soon. Wish you a very happy and safe journey.